Hey guys, it's Colby. Today I'm going to show you how to make the elbow pads for the Clone Trooper armor set that we're currently working on. So let's get started. Starting off, I'm going to unhide my image references. If you want to know how to unhide things, you press Alt-H to unhide everything that you've hidden in the scene. Or you can just click this little button here, click on the icon. So now that they are unhidden, I just hide them, usually just to kind of get them out of the way to make it easier to see things. But basically, we're just going to be focusing mainly on this piece here, this side view. If you go to front view, press 1 on your numpad, or you can press this Y button here on the right side of the screen, and it will go to front view for you. So we're basically just going to use this part of the front view. So this little strap around the inside of the elbow, inside of the arm where it bends. If you go to X here, that'll go over to the right view. So positive X basically means that it's in right orthographic, which is where we want to be. And we're just going to use this side profile of the elbow piece here as a reference. This is probably the best view that we can get of it. So while you're inside a right view, right orthographic, hold down Shift and right click on the picture here. And that'll select a new point for our mesh to spawn. Press Shift A, mesh. We're going to create a plane. Let's rotate it Y 90. That'll make it tall. You can scale it down. Press S, drag with your mouse inward, and just scale it down a bit. And we're going to model the back of the elbow piece first. So to do that, we're just going to basically go out of right view and just kind of scroll around, drag this face outward a bit so that way we can see it, and just match the overall shape like this. Just imagine if this piece was straight up rather than at an angle right now. So in right view, with our plane set up, you can go into edit mode on the plane. We're going to select this edge here, press edge mode, press 2 on your keyboard, and press S and Z and scale this up a bit. Then just kind of move it inward, kind of match it to the piece here, as close as you can. So now it basically goes outward in a wide angle. It's like a trapezoid in a sense. Let's press this edge here, press E to extrude, and Y, and move it outward. Press SZ, and just scale it up with your mouse. Kind of create this trapezoid shape here. This will be the side of the elbow piece. You can also move this down a bit, since it's longer on the bottom than it is on the top. And so this is the side of the piece. So we can actually now press E to extrude. To grab this edge, press EX, move inside. So in this case, our piece is kind of clipping through the image, so we can actually go back in object mode and just kind of move the whole piece. So press G and X, we can drag this red arrow here, just kind of move it out of the way. And so now what we're going to do is mirror this piece, symmetrize it. Let's go back, we're going to stay in object mode, click on the wrench tool here, add modifier, mirror, and turn on clipping. We need to reset the origin point to right about here. This is where it's going to symmetrize across. Let's go back into edit mode on your object. Grab this edge here. Press Shift S, cursor to selected. Now you can go back into object mode. Press right click and set origin to 3D cursor. Now it's set our origin. And so now we just need to reset the axis. So in this case, we're going to be symmetrizing across the Z axis instead of the X. So unclick the X and click on Z. That'll symmetrize it across. And make sure to turn on clipping here. So that way the middle of the piece can actually stick to the center of the actual elbow piece without clipping through itself, just like this. You can already see it's starting to create the overall shape of the elbow piece. It's a bit blocky, but we can fix that here in a second. So now what I'm basically going to do is just kind of make the whole piece a little bit wider, just kind of tweak the shape a bit and match it to the elbow size of the piece. Correct size to our reference, it's about this size. You can make it a bit wider. And later on, whenever you basically have it attached to your mesh, you can edit the shape to fit the size of the mesh. So now we're going to go back into edit mode and just kind of make some curves. So press Ctrl R right here, left click, and then maybe move your mouse towards the inside. What we're basically going to do is drag this edge inward to create a curve. Let's press G and then X, kind of create a nice bevel for us. That looks pretty good. You can also grab this edge, this face here, and just kind of make it a bit rounded on the inside. And so now what I'm going to do is go back into object mode. Let's add a subdivision modifier to this piece. Oh, you can tell that the piece looks a lot more round. It kind of lost some of its shape. That's fine. You can go back into edit mode on the object. You can also turn the poly count if you want to 2 or 3. It's up to you. But basically what we need to do is sharpen this little section here. Control R, left click, scroll down. Let's add another edge loop right here. So Control R, left click, move your mouse inward. That'll create this nice shape for us. That looks pretty much about it for the piece. We can also add an edge loop, maybe like right here. Have it bulge out the middle a tad bit to create kind of a curve. You can tell here on the piece, it's like it bulges out slightly in the middle. Here's how we want it. So now you can add some thickness to the piece. You can add a solidify modifier if you want to, back in object mode. That's one way to add thickness. In this case, I think solidify is fine. It actually works pretty good in this example. So I'd recommend using solidify modifier. Turn up the thickness a bit as much as you want it to be. You want it to be reasonably thick, but not too thick for an armor piece. So now you can go back into object mode if you're not already, and right click on the piece, right click, and shade smooth. It's now we just need to add some edge loops up on the top and the bottom to fix these little shading errors. Let's go into edit mode, Control R right here, and Control R on the bottom. So now you can just go ahead and apply all of your modifiers in object mode. So click this button here, press apply on each one. That'll apply all of our modifiers and finalize this piece. If you're not ready to finish it, then I wouldn't recommend applying all the modifiers until you're completely done with the piece. So now we can just go into edge mode or edit mode and add some edge loops on the inside here to sharpen up these corners. So now it looks a lot better. So that's basically it for the elbow piece, but now we need to make the strap that goes on the inside that wraps around both sides. Making the strap is a lot easier. It's basically just a simple curve. So I'm going to press shift right click right about here. Let's create a new plane. And basically what I'm going to do is rotate RX 90. So it's basically just going to be tall facing this way. Go out of right view and just scale it down a bit. And move it inward. And I'm going to make it skinnier on the Z-axis. So S to Z, make it a bit skinnier. And so basically what we're going to do is create a strap. Just create like a curve. So you can go to edit mode on the object. Let's create like a rectangular prism. There's a rectangle. There's S, X, and just make it wider. You can add an edge up down the middle here. Press Control R, left click again, twice. Move this outward a bit on the Y-axis. Press G and then Y. Drag your arrow outward a tad bit. It's a bit low poly. Basically to fix that, we just need to add some edge loops to add some curves to it. So here, let's just add an edge loop right here and right here. So press Control R on this side. Left click twice, Control R again on this side. Left click twice. Grab both of the edges here. And press G and Y. Move them out. That'll create a curve for us. It's now we just kind of tweak the shape. So you can move these inside edges here to your liking. I'll move them inward a tad bit. And that creates the overall shape that we need. We can go back into object mode. Let's add a subdivision modifier to it. Turn up the poly counts. And basically, I might just make the whole piece a little bit wider to fit the shape of this inside piece here. So for this, you can go back to object mode. Let's add a solidify modifier to add some thickness to it. Turn up the thickness a bit. That looks about good. I might make these side pieces a bit wider. Just kind of tweak the shape of these outside faces here. Just like that. So with your piece pretty much done, you can go back to object mode. You can right click, shade smooth. We'll fix these shading errors here in a second. But basically what we're going to do is move this into position. between these pieces here. So both sides of the elbow pad. Let's move it on the y-axis. You need to maybe scale it outward a bit according to wherever you need. Just kind of get it into the right position here. I might turn down the thickness a bit. It's a bit thick. Looks about good. So now I can just basically add an edge up on the bottom here and on the top. Go into edit mode on the piece, Control R on the top and on the bottom. At this point, I recommend basically duplicating all of your work so far. So basically what that means is that you're going to select this piece and this piece, press Shift D to duplicate, just to create a backup, and you can just move them to wherever you want. Or kind of have a collection of extra pieces here in case I mess up on the main one. That way I can always kind of revert to a backup piece. It's just a good way to save your progress. But also, other than that, you can just apply your modifiers on this piece. You can join both of these objects together. So hold down Shift and left click on both. Press Control J, join them together. And so now we have a full elbow piece ready to go. You can move it into the position on the base mesh. If you don't have one, that's fine. I'm just using it basically to kind of have all of my armor pieces set on. So if you don't have one, that's okay. I'll include a link in the description below. But basically, if you want to mirror it across after it's in position, just add a mirror modifier to the piece and set the target as the base mesh. Alright guys, that's the end of this video. If you have any questions, just leave a comment down below. I'll try my best to answer them. Next time, we'll be working on the forearm pieces for the armor. On the arm right here, pretty simple. They just pretty much wrap around the whole arm. It's like one single piece. There's slight curves on it. That's pretty fine. But other than that, I hope you guys found this video useful, and see you guys next time.